Scrolls is the Elder Scrolls Test, TES. Today I'm talking a little bit about Firesong and getting Firesong into the system a little bit more. I was kind of looking at the differences of the soundtracks in Elder Scrolls, and you see a lot of different things. And there's going to have to be some technicians that get in the soundtrack for Firesong. That's going to be a sweet thing. It'll most likely be Jeremy Soley or Brad Derrick that have the composer name, and so this is just kind of a beginning step of getting Firesong prepared a little bit more. The title of the subject is Firesong Quest Project Number 1. And so we're looking into getting into a sea of troubles. And what character are you going to play? What are you going to role play when you get into the game, or if you're playing the character in real life? Pretty interesting. So this is what kind of the Elder Scrolls is a little bit about. And so I'm gonna go and get into it a little bit more here through tests. Going down. There's a lot of information that is available in the end. The end. It's not showing up. That's okay. So we're working on Firesong and trying to link up Scribes of Fate. Those are the two that are being looked at. That's of the subject. The current subject is worrying about getting Firesong transmitted correctly into the system. As Firesong is a connection to the game of Necrom cannot be linked up properly yet. Necrom could be linked up, and you could see it on the right-hand side of places like Google, but it's not working yet. And so I'm going to go in here, click on the link here on Firesong of what it is currently. This is a connection, and the subject has to be understood in order for the information to be imparted to where the link can switch over to where it's linked up to Google. As you can see, the Firesong is linked up to Wikipedia currently. It always will, but we have to have the correct information. And I'm just looking in here, and you can see here going in from the test site. This is the information that we have from Wikipedia on the Elder Scrolls. This is a complete listing of the games that are available through what's called the release timeline. It starts out back in 1994 with Arena, and then going further on to where the company wasn't able to produce in 95, and so on and so forth. And what happened with the company, I'm just going to look at this here real quick, of how this, when you look at the previous things that were done, there's some good things that can be learned from the past. And so those of you that are Elder Scrolls people, you know kind of there's two formats that we go by. We go by Starfield and SpaceX. The Starfield kind of looks like here. I'm going to look at it here. It looked like when Morrowind was completed, what looks like, and I don't play Morrowind that much, so I can't really talk about like the complete listing of the DLCs and things. So it looks like right here of the Elder Scrolls 3 Morrowind, it looks like there was possibly just two two DLCs in there, Tribunal and Blood Moon. Quite possibly also the correlation of Morrowind is the Elder Scrolls Travels, Stormhold, Dawnstar, and Shadowkey. Those are not games that I'm familiar with because I haven't gotten too far into the series games just yet. Inside of the system, there's a lot more games that are presented than just here in the release timeline. So I'm using the example of in our splitting looks like from where Starfield connects us up is from 1994 to 2004, a basic 10-year timeline to where the company took a rest and started keying in over on Oblivion. So when you look at on the side, the guys on the other side are working from 94 to 04, where I and others are working from 06 to the current. As you can see, like you would think of it as like a 10-year timeline as from 06 to 2016. When it comes down to the looking at the timelines, it looks like what it goes from Starfield, it goes from 94 to 2004, and then and SpaceX. It's theorized that SpaceX was actually materialized or conceptualized or conceived in 2006. That looks like when SpaceX was actually conceived, like the notion or the idea when SpaceX was actually thought of. So that's the theory of when SpaceX was actually started. So that's a good thing to know, because we have a problem here. We have a problem inside right here in the year of 2022. This says the Elder Scrolls Online High Isle. We can put the information in of the Elder Scrolls Online Firesong and Elder Scrolls Online High Isle. However, when the Elder Scrolls Online Firesong, when the wording goes in there, there's red writing that comes in, which that's what we don't want, because when it shows red, there's not a page, a wiki inside of Wikipedia. We need to have the links established to be able to see the game. And so I'm going to go further into the system of the two systems that we're looking at. We're looking at both Wikipedia and UESP. I really like UESP. However, UESP doesn't have a total connection, and so we have to look at what on the net side, NET. We have to look at how that will strengthen the internet, because the UESP, it's literally translated as the unofficial Elder Scrolls pages. I think that's what it's called. And so we have to find out what UESP goes by. There's an order, like Wikipedia, for example. Google is a major site that Wikipedia depends upon. So we're going to have to look at what UESP depends upon. What on the NET side of the web, what does UESP have a backing for? It's on the net side, but how does a company see that actually runs through UESP? UESP is basically like the undead of Elder Scrolls. It's a basically is those are the ones who like to go in, go into the runes and do all of that goofy stuff. That's fun. It is. It's really fun. And so this is to help us get the Elder Scrolls Online Firesong into Wikipedia. We can't just do it right away because there's no linking process of what I'm seeing. In the future, this might be different. It might be just a quick, but like, wow, it's in the blue now. Honestly, there is nothing written on Firesong in Wikipedia. There's no conclusive information, solid information on Firesong in Wikipedia, and that's what I'm explaining right now to where we can grow in the game. UESP and Fandom are two sites that are kind of connected, but they're not. You see what I'm saying? Like UESP, there's a difference between Fandom and UESP. So what we have to do is we have to look into what UESP is looking at, the main, like what's called a server. Earlier on, I was talking about how the Australians, they don't really have an actual literal server. So what they're doing is they're basically borrowing the satellites from either from the EU server or the NA server. It's not supposed to be like that. How the Australians are actually getting into one of those servers, that's unknown. The problem seen from yesterday, I was watching another user play ESO, and the problem, they were playing on another system. However, like in ESO, we're supposed to all see each other, and that was proof. You can't see it here right now off of me just talking, but you can hear of what I'm saying, what had happened, and what the real issue is. While the other user was playing, I asked for them to add me as a friend. That was simple enough. They couldn't find, they tried adding me as a friend. I tried looking for them. I couldn't add them as a friend. What I'm saying is, the person was playing in current time on ESO as I was playing in current time on ESO. We did not see each other. You see what I'm saying? Do you really understand? I'm hopefully that message is being imparted, and knowledge is being imparted to where we have to see each other while we're playing in the game. If we see, like in a text message, somebody sends a text message, you don't know if that's like a bot message or if that's another person. It's really odd, and it's very strange that while the other person was playing and I was playing, we were in the same place, but we didn't see each other's characters. That's the problem that is a real problem, because it makes Elder Scrolls not like, is that a real, is Elder Scrolls really online? Like what I saw the other user in the game of where they were, I asked them to go over to a place over called Gonfalon. They went over to Gonfalon Bay, but they were not in the system like I was, but they were on the system on the screen. So does that make more sense? So what we are going to have to do is we're going to have to look at UESP. It's been told to me before over in Wikipedia. UESP, it's a reliable source. However, it's not appropriate. And so what we have to do is we have to look in to where things like over USP or what actual major site will help UESP. Now, talking about Wikipedia, over here we have Google. Okay, Google has the letter E, so that's an easy thing for Wikipedia. This is a learning mechanism to where we can learn for UESP. So we have UESP, obviously Google, but what's UESP? AOL. AOL doesn't work because AOL has the letters of A, O, and L. Now UESP, they're on the net side. So what we have to do is we have to think right now, what is going to work? Which major site is going to work? This comes the one site that that comes to mind is very simple. So what I'm going to do here is look a little bit further on a major site because I'm thinking of a minor site that is very secure. It's very secure. It's a fairly new search site that's available. However, I want to think of the major sites for it's like having parent companies to where they can back them up if there's any issues, since the minor site that I'm thinking of is fairly new. So we have to think of in Yahoo. Yahoo is a YAHOO. So ESP doesn't work, and Yahoo. So it's going to work in a site. We're going to have to go with the minor site of DuckDuckGo. 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 Okay, so is DuckDuckGo. 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 DuckDuckGo is a real site. As you see it, DuckDuckGo's there. So this will work for UESP. UESP is a net part of the web, and so looking at here, DuckDuckGo is a .com site, and so this will help UESP tremendously by using DuckDuckGo, because it has DuckDuckGo has the letter U in there. So what we have to do in Elder Scrolls is we have to go with DuckDuckGo, like quack quack. So what UESP is going to have to look at DuckDuckGo and connect up with them. I don't know the entire ins and outs, but this is very, 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 very good. As you can see, DuckDuckGo, just clicking on there will bring us from Wikipedia. As you heard me speak before about Wikipedia. Wikipedia is an org site, an organization, and see, Wikipedia is allowing another, like a search site, to be in the web. There's all sorts of orders of what's what, and so that duck is. And so what we're looking over here on DuckDuckGo, I'm going to do is I'm going to take a break, and so just going to leave DuckDuckGo on there, and then those of you that like use UESP, this is a good time to start learning the net side, because we won't be able to survive if UESP doesn't get transmitted over the linking process. You see what I'm saying? Like over in places like Facebook, Twitter, or Tumblr, UESP is not completely transmittable. We have to see certain things, and so I'm going to leave DuckDuckGo on here, and this is going to get gear us up for some Firesong quests. Some pretty sweet stuff. You just can't go into places like YouTube, and then you go into YouTube. Think about it. Is there a link available in YouTube? Not everybody provides a link, or some people forget that there's supposed to be a link in there, or some people don't want to put a link in there in YouTube. So if we were to go over into YouTube right now, think about it. How can we get back to Tess? That's the point. How do we stay connected to where we can get back to places like Wikipedia and DuckDuckGo? Some pretty sweet stuff. I'll be back here in a little bit. Okay, just got back in and talking about Firesong quests that are starting to grow within Elder Scrolls. I'm not for sure exactly why the app says get it on Google Play. I'm not understanding why that came in. Um, However, this is good for learning, and you just don't want to click on a button right away. Of course, having like a DuckDuckGo app is good, but that's gonna take up a lot of memory on your device. And so I'm just how we need the net side. Do you see what I'm saying with like over on Google Play? That's Google. That's good. That's good. However, for the point of having the the net side work, we need DuckDuckGo. And so I'm gonna look in here. We might, I might be lost completely inside of UESP. Just explaining of what you're gonna want to get. You're gonna want to get the apps. Like if you are truly getting involved with UESP, I am going to suggest that you get the UESP app rather than just like when you say get it on Google Play. Like this will be sending you in to go get a DuckDuckGo app. Now the DuckDuckGo app is a good thing. It's a good thing. However, not for the purpose of what's going on right now. So I'm just going to look here into ESP. How do we get back onto places like DuckDuckGo? That's the question. Does UESP have a connection with Google? Does UESP have a connection with Wikipedia? Quite possibly UESP has a connection with Beyond Skyrim. That's a possibility. However, I am uncertain about that right now. So I'm going to look in here. I'm going to type in UESP. What do we got? Got the. So it looks like this UESP is over and has some stuff over in Brazil. Now the thing the direct connection of when I set up tests is we have a connection with the Philippines. The United States has a connection with the Philippines, whereas the Philippines has a connection with the United States. Right in here, that just came up, so that's kind of like you might be looking at this if you're in UESP. How do we have a connection with Brazil? And what does Brazil have a connection with the United States? If you're looking at this over in Brazil, doesn't work because I'm going to explain this in the wording. Like UESP, the letters U, E, S, and P don't correlate with the letters of Brazil. You see what I'm saying? B doesn't correlate with any letter in as an S, a U, an E, or a P. SP does, but Brazil is the country that is right in here on the top here on the with UESP with the Brazilian language within Wikipedia. And so there's going to have to be translators that translate the information. Looking in here, we have all sorts of information for actually not much information at all. After the unofficial Elder Scrolls pages, goes over to another thing that has nothing to do with UESP. Now, this is a good thing where UESP Wiki has an app on Google Play. That's a good thing. That's a good thing. UESP has a connection with Twitter. There's also inside of UESP, there's a forum in there for the indexing, and I'm not familiar with like how indexing all completely works, but it just looks like here in the searching of .o is there's some misinformation that's not correlating with UESP, and that's probably what Wikipedia looks at also. I'm assuming that this UESP this page has something correlated with UESP with the unofficial Elder Scrolls pages. That I'm assuming that has something to do with YouTube. There is not much in here about the connections. Okay. See, but Beyond Skyrim's not even in here. And they're the ORG site that would actually complement UESP. Twitter cannot really go into the other things that I'm seeing right here. This is not gonna fly. With a UESP on Twitter, and then that has nothing to do with UESP. So this makes no sense. This is going to have to go off. It says right here, formerly named Utah Educational Savings Plan (UESP). That's not. It says formally, but that's still on there. And not only that, the UESP on Twitter has nothing to do with the UESP wiki that's going through Google Play, through Google. You see what I'm saying? The site that's connected to Twitter on UESP has nothing to do with the net side of the site. So how are we going to get back out? Like, you see what I'm saying? We go in, I click on the button. How are we going to be able to get back to places like DuckDuckGo? Or Google for that matter. So I'm going to click on the button here in UESP. We might be stuck. See what I'm saying? We might be stuck. This is the UESP main site that goes into the different, but what connection the net side have over on the other sides of the web. Let's see here, support UESP. There's some clothes and some maps and some drink vessels that are available for sale in UESP. However, the thing that I'm concerned about is where the connection goes. Connection to PC. There's nothing on Firesong. So looking into the problem where the here this is part of Necrom, the Scribes of Fate. However, the thing that's being concentrated on is Firesong. There's not much information, just as there's not a whole lot of information on Scribes of Fate. That's why I did not link up Scribes of Fate. Now we have the wording here for the Elder Scrolls Online Scribes of Fate, just as I was talking before over in Wikipedia, to where the Elder Scrolls Online Firesong should be in there. You can see it right here. There's a lot of things that you can do over in Scribes of Fate, just as much as you can do over in Firesong. This is looks like what this is. There's some stuff about Amazon to where you can go for like Amazon Luna, to where you can possibly play the game. That's a cute little dragon. Trapjaw. Would you like to play with the little dragon? Okay, so Firesong. The basic thing I'm looking for is a connection to go back over to like DuckDuckGo or Google, or AOL for that matter. There we are. This looks like right here. In here, this looks like this came out from Beyond Skyrim, the Dominions of Dust. For the Tamriel Rebuilt is a mod for Morrowind, which adds the mainland of the province to the game piece by piece. So this is a really good thing to kind of notice. It looks like Beyond this is Beyond Skyrim work. Really good stuff. Okay, so go all the way down and see where read in another language. Quick. And that's a question where this will go. I'm not just sifting through. What we need is this is the link to the turn to the BYOC. What is this? This is gonna look really weird if like this is kind of a weird connection. Go over to like Twitter. Ducky? Well, it's not DuckDuckGo. But go into the legal information. See if that gets us over into to where we can switch over into the like a DuckDuckGo or Google. So this goes over into Beth. So the UESP is connected to Besta, which is a good thing. And from Besta, going over to the main. How about the go? Gom. I don't know if this will like actually. DuckDuckGo.com. Oh, DuckDuckGom. Duck, 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 duck. Okay, so this is a. So like. I'm scrolling online. This all coming from UESP, so the save now. Save up to 35% on the Elder Scrolls Online Necrom during the QuickCon sale. And it's So it looks like Elder Scrolls Online is going to have to step in because there's some of the wires that are not actually correctly attuned. So the like Elder Scrolls Online is going to have to step in, get the system worked in a little bit more. So I'm gonna leave it in here, and I'll be right back. Well, it's like we're in space, and the stuff is just kind of, sometimes you just gotta let it just sit. If you like click on a link, it's gonna go like, if if a if a certain site is not, um, there's gonna be all sorts of like glitches and whatnot, and that's what I'm trying to get this in. The horse is cute. The dragon horse is cute. Have you guys looked at the dragon horse? It's pretty sweet. All right. Okay, I'm in here, and I'm not sure why there's a some sort of glitch. Okay. Back here in test. I'm not really is going on going on from UESP, but there was all sorts of glitches going on. So I'm gonna leave this on here for a little bit, and then try to hopefully UESP can get connected up. Okay, I'm looking into the Firesong Quest project, and gonna look over on. Was looking over on UESP earlier, and gonna look at the connection here for ElderScrollsOnline.com. So I think it's in here somewhere. I think this is it. It's $14.99 a month. Oh yes, we'll go over to Steam, and then that's the thing about that. But the ElderScrollsOnline.com. I linked it up somewhere. I'm gonna go back on this thingy here. I'll find out the. Let's see, where is. I think this is the. Oh, good. Impressive. I think this is an Elder Scrolls. Oh, this is on ZeniMax. Okay, so let's see. I forget where the Elder Scrolls Online is on here. QuakeCon. QuakeCon came in. It's not. Privacy policy. This is just ZeniMax. Okay. Yeah. Go get the dragon horse. There we go. This is the Eula. Get the dragon horse. What's that? All right. So. So it's not being so glitchy now over on ElderScrollsOnline.com, which where this is right now. So not so glitchy, which is a good thing. Over here. and it just glitches out. Okay, so this is the same thing happening from UESP, but also from TESS. It's there's a connection issue somewhere. Huh. There's the dragon horse. Some great stuff. So I'm going to go off the screen and see, hopefully, see the dragon horse again. hey, gotta get to Firesong somehow. So what's the quest going to be of troubles? Is the quest coming in? Think that cat's going to help you? Think is that a Khajiit? Dragon horse might. Waiting for the dragon horse. Okay, so I'm just gonna keep this on for another about 5 minutes, and then so we'll do the whole. We got 2 hours of streaming, 2 hours of a connection. This is a really good thing. So hopefully UESP can get the connection. It looks like the guys over on the other side of Girls Online actually got connected through tests. So that's a great thing that this is going through. It's working. There's the dragon horse. You got the dragon horse? You got your dragon horse? All right. We'll leave here, and and then after about like 5 minutes or so, I'm gonna end the stuff or whatever the streamer the whatever it's called, and you see the dragon horse for a little bit. Pretty fun stuff. Hopefully, you have a good one. Bye bye.